Hi everyone, welcome to Module 4. This week we are going to again be focusing on the informative presentation speech, which will be your assignment to do for next week. So it is coming up sooner than we know it. So we'll continue to work on some scaffolding assignments that will help you build that informative speech. We're also going to be talking about what are the differences when it comes to purpose statements and central ideas of your presentation. Is it possible to have two completely different speeches with different purposes but the same topic? So that's what we're going to be working on this week. So your assignments, I'm going to have you start off by reading chapter 14. This focuses on the informative speech and how to organize it and set it up. It also gives you a little overview of how to create an outline, which is next week's scaffolding assignment. Then you're going to go into a screencast talking about same topics and different purposes. Make sure you do the things in order this week because it does build on one another. And your assignment after that is going to be a worksheet based on the informative versus persuasive screencast. Then we're going to get into one of my favorite things, which is talking about the opening and closing remarks of a speech. This is a really important part of public presentations and to get your audience buy-in. From there, we'll move and we're going to switch gears a little bit, and you're going to do for your two scaffolding assignments for this week is your audience analysis reflection and your informative prospectus for your speech. So you'll notice this week has less videos than the last 4 weeks have. And that's just to kind of balance out because you do have two of your scaffolding assignments this week. So I think that'll kind of spend the majority of your time on that. As always, if you have questions about any of the assignments, please let me know and I'd be happy to meet with you over Zoom or we can talk over email to get clarification for that. And then finally, you do have a video journal this week. And that should be kind of like the last thing you do because it's more just kind of discussing your feelings about giving the presentation. All right, so you can stop here if you're not interested in where I've been, what I've been doing in reading and writing, and continue on to the module. I'm just going to give you a quick overview because it has been a busy week, as I'm sure it has for all of you. I started a new book this week, Implementing Organizational Change Theory into Practice. It's a heavy little book and it's a little harder to get through. So that's one of my books that I'm reading for school, not as much for fun. I am also working on this beauty right here, Organizational Change in Theory for Equity and Diversity, which I like a little bit better than the other one. For fun, I have been reading a book called Untamed by Glennon Doyle. It's been on my list for a while, and it's a New York Times bestseller book. So far I've been listening to an audiobook, so I'm about halfway through. Really liking it so far. It's very inspiring, and it really just talks about how, especially as females, our voices are kind of muted early on because we care too much about what other people think, and this whole notion of being tamed, how wild animals living in captivity are tamed, and that mentally we've been kind of doing that to ourselves for decades as well. So that's what I've been reading. For writing, this week I was working a lot on epistemology theory, so it's kind of like point of view and frameworks from other people. So I actually have been doing a lot of writing on feminist theory, gender theory, and queer theory. All were really new ideas to me, and I really enjoy learning this kind of stuff because I think it'll be important for me as an educator and a teacher, but also as a communicator to just, know different people's point of views so I can relate to them a little bit more. As far as what I've been doing and seeing, I have not been doing a whole lot. Again, with it being COVID, I feel like this is kind of a boring one for now. I'm usually someone who likes to travel a lot and get to go to different places, but we've been staying pretty quiet for the most part. I was able to go down to Third Friday last Friday. For those of you who are in the Salisbury area this semester, Third Friday is like a music and arts festival that happens downtown every third Friday of the month. And there's a lot of vendors set up, and of course this year it's been pretty quiet because of COVID, but this This month they had live music return, which was kind of cool, and a lot of different art stuff, which I really liked. So that was kind of nice and change to get out of the house. And I hope that it kind of continues and there's more stuff to do with those as well. But that is all I have for this week. I look forward to seeing you in Module 5. As always, let me know if you have any questions.